The formation of the outer container. As it says in the noble verses on the collection of precious qualities concerning the formation of the outer container, the foundation of the earth and the mountains. The wind element depends on space, and aggregations of the water element depend on the wind element. This great earth, supporting sentient beings, depends on the water element. Furthermore, the former constituents of that world system, having been destroyed by fire, water and wind of an eon, then for 20 intermediate eons will altogether become nothing. It is after this period of time the constituents of the world system will form. The initial cause of this world system depends upon the collective karma of sentient beings. Known as the pure mind, it is a white space that radiates light and develops into a sizable container capable of supporting a 3,000-fold world system. Atop that space forms a wind mandala, and a blue rippling wind rises forth, known as the Great Churning Wind. The all-pervading wind spreads it in all directions, amassing like fog in the sky. The wild and rough wind noisily scatters that wind like clouds in the sky, which is collected by the colossal gathering wind, becoming vast and thick. Through the burning of the fire that spreads from the orange ripening fire wind, the wind mandala becomes smooth with an even surface. The multicolored wind of the dividing wind rises up in a rush, dispersing the wind mandala, and the churning wind mixes it into its proper formation. The colour of the wind takes the aspect of a sapphire jewel, shaped like a cross vajra and surrounded by a round rim. As for its size, its thickness is 1,600,000 yojanas and has an immeasurable width. Since its inherent quality is solid and firm, it supports the elements such as water. A water mandala forms on top of that, and clouds possessing the essence of gold gather in the space above the wind mandala. A stream of rain descends about the size of a chariot's axle. From its swirling centre, a shape like a full circular moon forms called the calm and clear water. As for the size of the water mandala, its thickness is 120,000 yojanas and has an immeasurable width. On top of that, a golden foundation forms. The churning wind arises from the wind mandala that is underneath the water, churning the water mandala. Out of the cream that is produced from the churning of the water mandala, a golden foundation is established, like the ice that forms on a lake. It is square, with a yellow gold-like hue. As for the size, its thickness is 220,000 yojanas and has an immeasurable width. Mountains, oceans, and continents form on top of that. Moreover, in the space above the golden foundation, clouds of various constituents amass, and a stream of water descends from them for a significant duration. After this, the gathering and sorting wind separates the elements. 1 billion Mount Sumerus are established from the best elements. 1 billion mountains of the 7 rings are established from the mediocre elements, and billions of iron mountains of the outer rim, billions of the 4 continents, and billions of the subcontinents are established from the inferior elements. The manner of this formation is stated in the sutra. In that way, when the 4 continents and subcontinents are formed with the inferior elements, the head of the 4 great rivers and the great Mount Kailash are also established in the centre of the southern Jambudvipa. This should be known.
Here ends the formation of the outer container by Drikang Khonchod Tenzin Chokyi Lodro, translated by Tibshav.